I would like all of you to think of a woman in your life, whether it be yourself, whether it be your wife, your mother, your daughter, your sister. So just go ahead and take a moment, think about that person in your mind. Now, imagine if something bad had happened to her, if someone had robbed her, kidnapped her, raped her, or even gone as far as killed her. Sadly, the world is not what it used to be, and I bring that image to your mind not to scare you or to worry you, but to help you understand why women should know self-defense, at least the basics of self-defense. I have taken self-defense classes for 5-6 years now, and from a martial arts called Kempo Karate. And I just want to share with you a few basic things that I've learned, and share with you, first of all, why women should know self-defense. Secondly, how self-defense builds self-confidence, as well as just a few basic things and knowledge that women can know to better help defend themselves if need be in a situation. So first, let's talk about why women should know self-defense. So the City of Portland Police Bureau website, it says self-defense is a set of awareness, assertiveness, verbal confrontation skills, safety strategies, and physical techniques that enable need-to-know self-defense to protect yourself. So stories we hear every day, every time we turn on the news, every time we go on Facebook, there's some girl that's missing, there's some girl that was killed by her boyfriend or her father, or so many stories out there in so many different situations. So that's the biggest reason why women should know self-defense, is obviously to defend themselves. Secondly, I'm going to talk a little bit about it in just a little bit, but it builds self-confidence, not just in being able to protect yourself, but in other areas of your life as well. It also builds self-discipline. So martial arts is all about control. It's about controlling yourself, your mind, your body, your thoughts, as well as controlling your opponent in a situation. And it helps teach you to know when to defend yourself and to not be so hot-headed, and to be able to control those emotions and know exactly when you need to defend yourself. So I talked a little bit about how self-confidence is built through knowing martial arts. So self-confidence, there was in Oregon, the University of Oregon, the College of Arts and Sciences, they have an article on their website which talks about a lot of women who have taken self-defense classes and their stories and experiences and how it's built their self-confidence. So one story talks about a girl who, she was at a football game, they were at a tailgate party, and there was just, everyone's drinking, everyone's doing their thing, and this guy is just walking around, being obnoxious, and he comes over and he puts his arm around her, and usually she would just kind of be like, oh, whatever, let it go, he'll kind of just walk away, but she didn't. She spoke up and she said, hey, get your hands off me. And it kind of took it back, and he said, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. And she said that it was such a small thing to her, but it gave her a source of empowerment. And that's something every woman should be able to have in their life, is that sense of empowerment and control over what's going on with you and what's going on around you. And taking a martial arts class helps to build that self-confidence. So when that time comes, you can speak up so that you never have to actually get in the situation that you have to defend yourself. For me, I know taking self-defense classes has built my self-confidence, obviously not in just being able to defend myself, but also in other areas of my life and aspects of my life, like giving the speech, for an example. I have a little bit more self-confidence, and as well as it trickles over into my job. I deal with a lot of people every day. I talk to a lot of people, and it helps me to be a little bit more open and a little more confrontational, conversational with the people that I'm working with. So building self-confidence, So let's talk about easy strategies that any woman needs to know or could know to be able to help defend herself. So the first thing any woman should know is to be aware of your surroundings. Robert Fletcher, he is an MMA coach and instructor, and he says that victims will find those who are not paying attention. As women, we should be aware of our surroundings, we should be aware of who is around us, and we should be aware of maybe some strange things that might be happening over there in that side of the street or over in that corner. We as women are great people watchers. We love to watch people, and we should use that to our advantage. Be aware of your exits. If you're in a building, just take a quick look. Know where your nearest exit is in case anything were to happen. My Kempo karate instructor, his name is Randy Staley, and he always teaches us to be aware of what our weapons could be. So, for example, no one's carrying around a gun or a knife. Most women carry around a mace spray or something. But just know what you have in your purse. Like pens are a great thing. Most of the time you have a nail filer or some clippers. Your keys, you always have your keys with you. Anything that has kind of a sharp, dull, round edge, you would be able to use as a weapon. Anything heavy, you can throw your phone, you can throw your wallet. So just be aware of the things that you could be able to use in case you need to be able to use them. Another wise thing that he taught us was that he teaches martial arts not so we can go out and pick fights and have to use it. He always tells us he hopes we never have to use the knowledge that we learn because he never wants us to be in those situations. So that's always something to remember with martial arts. But he's glad that we know it, so if we need to use it, we can. Another thing, if you've ever taken a self-defense class, or you ever want to take a self-defense class, the best thing is to learn one technique, perfect that technique, and just really have it memorized. Because when a situation comes and you actually really need to defend yourself, you don't really think, your body just kind of reacts. And if you have a technique that's already memorized, your muscle memory kicks in, and that's going to be your first reaction. So in conclusion, I hope you see the importance of why women should know self-defense. The Police Bureau Oregon website also states that no, it is not your fault if you become a victim, but having the knowledge to avoid the situation is always best. Knowledge is what gives you the power and the confidence to be able to defend yourself. So today I talked a little bit about why women should know self-defense, how self-defense builds self-confidence, not just in defending yourself, but also in other situations in your life, as well as a few basic knowledge things that women should know and understand to avoid a situation that could potentially be harmful. So I hope that in the future that we are able to lower crime rate against women and children, not because the world has changed, but because women have changed, and because women now have a knowledge to be able to protect themselves and their families.
Woo!
I am so out of breath.